Nah, nobody. Indiana Jones, nobody. Damn it.
We're live.
Oh shit.
No, we're not live. Oh, we're live now.
BGST. Big gamers. Small talk.
You had Sony execs, you know, with 7-figure salaries come out talking about 1080p makes you a better goddamn gamer. You know, and Phil's a great guy. Phil should be out there talking about 4K will make you a better goddamn Christian.
I have heard that they are going with 4K makes you a better Christian. So
thank you, Christ, for allowing all this awesome stuff to happen.
I forgot about Tim saying that, like, just so nonchalant. Yeah, 4K doesn't make you a better Christian. Like, oh man, who comes up with that? That's some epic stuff right there. Hey, welcome to BGST, the home of big gamer, small talk, of course. And we are doing our big E3 prediction show. Yeah, we got
a new member, the Almighty Next Gen.
Next Gen. I'm like, dude, why don't you pick a real name like Next Gen?
Listen, I tried to. All the fucking Next Gen soccer accounts, they were all taken up, man. Listen, I'm gonna leave a link to my Twitter in the chat. You guys can go, if you be so kind to refollow me on Twitter. The goddamn Diabetic Association snuffed me out of there, man. Is it with them or the goddamn alt-right? I got snuck into a Trump rally just as to help. Somebody.
Now, the big question is the almighty Next Gen back on the Xbox side, or is he still in that pony contract?
Hey, bro, I'm still in my contract, but I'm giving a room to opt out next generation. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie, but listen, with the interview that Matt Bodie just gave, I might be there for the long haul, boss. But we're gonna see.
Oh man,
I don't know. I think people read a little bit too much into the booty stuff.
Yeah, that Matt Bodie stuff.
To be honest with you, I mean, what good would a Xbox executive be if he wasn't confusing and kind of honestly, like, because when you see people's reaction to what he's saying, but we know better. We know that they're doing stuff like Fable, and that's single player. We know that they said that Sunset and Quantum Break aren't dead. Those single player. Recore not dead, single player. Like, they've got stuff.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not saying that I like the games. I'm just saying we know that single player is not dead. If they're doing, believe it or not, State of Decay 2 is a single player game.
It's funny when people say single player because when you brought up Sunset Overdrive, one of the biggest gripes on that was that the story wasn't co-op.
Oh no, listen, I'm all about what do you call it? Sunset Overdrive. I think I'm a fan of the game, and it did need co-op, but just talking about, I mean, a new IP, something like not a God of War show, just God of War. For example, Detroit Become Human. Those games are just made a single player thing, and you know what I mean, and they're great games. You know what I mean? That
Detroit Become Human. I
ain't lying. I'm not lying.
Let me tell you, that is one of the prettiest games I've ever played.
So could we wait until like 20 minutes into it before you guys start drooling over graphics real quick, man? I'm just
but the gameplay is fun. The story is good. I like that.
Gameplay is shallow, man. It's about the choices.
No, you might cut his mic off. God damn, Jesus.
You can make your own narrative by how sleuthy you are. So, you know, if you investigate the scene, you know, you have better chances at the outcome being positive.
Yo, I'm gonna go with your guys' mentality. I'm gonna come up with a kid's book, but instead of just being a regular children's book, I'm gonna make it a pop-up so this way I can sell millions.
It's got a great story, but it is like it's got some clunky ass controls too. So
I mean, is the control similar to like Heavy Rain and the other one?
Yeah, thankfully this game is craps all over Heavy Rain. Thank God. Yeah, I mean, Heavy Rain. Like I'm not a big fan of Heavy. This is like their masterpiece, whereas Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls are kind of, iffy. I would actually hope if they were going to do something, make a sequel to this, but I know they probably won't. They'll just do something new in the vein of what they do. So. They definitely evolved as a developer, though, so that's kind of good to see. That's like they stick to their own thing, though. I mean, people, that's what they do. I mean,
listen, shout out to the developers. They got a title out there that's selling and stuff like that. My whole thing is when people start taking those type of games and comparing them to games that actually have like true physics and real technical gameplay.
Well, they call it an interactive, whatever.
That's the problem I have. I don't have any problem against the game itself, man.
Hey, so Bot, you don't have any problem with Zoo Tycoon? I take it, Lucky Tales and Disney Rush. That's what your goddamn out. Yeah, that's right up your goddamn alley.
I never played Disney Rush or whatever the hell.
That's right up your. That's right up your goddamn alley.
You're talking about Chris Steele. He's the one that played.
Hell yeah, getting some easy ass achievements, hanging out with the fucking partner statue in Disneyland. It's so fun. I feel like I'm really there, boys. Disney Rush all the way.
Yeah. Well, okay, but let me ask you guys this: since y'all already have it, I mean, since you because I got it. Big shout out to Avers for hooking me up with a copy of.
How's everybody getting hooked up? Where's my copy?
And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, appreciate that, man, Avers. But yeah, I haven't got a chance to play it yet because of the fact that I'm over here going to try to run through and finish God of War. So, it's so what do you guys think? I mean, is it better? Because I've heard people saying that the story is better than God of War.
Listen. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this right here.
Because I told you this was my most anticipated game for the play.
Hey, Megan, I will give. Listen, for once in your life, you were right. For once in your goddamn life, you were right. And listen, listen. This is my disclaimer. I didn't have any expectations for Detroit Become Human because I wasn't a big fan of Heavy Rain's Beyond Two Souls. Or even, like you say a Telltale game. But the reason why I said I was going to go out and support this game, because I remember the heavy criticism, the backlash that Sony received. Was it at the Paris game show or at the France when they showed it? It was called a domestic abuse simulator. And they said this is a game for adults, made by adults. I said, you know what? Just because of the way that they handled it, I'm sorry. They come out there and tone nothing down. That I was going to go out and support the game. You know what I mean? I didn't even know the game was coming out that Friday. Like I said, I ran out of money. I bought all these Yakuza games and everything. And he actually gifted me the game. So, and I can honestly say that I'm just, if not maybe more, fun playing Detroit Become Human than I was God of War. Like this game really, really draws you in. Like it pulls at your heartstrings. I'm not lying. Like they did an awesome job at that. I never experienced that in the game. Like I'm really emotionally invested into this goddamn game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they did a good job on it. It's really well done. Like props to them for doing that. I think it's obviously
how were they able to pull that off? Like you don't care what happens to that little girl in the other end. Like God.
Yeah, like I said, I did the 3. I've gotten 3 endings with them. So I've gotten a terrible ending with them, a good ending with them, and the best ending. So
I just left Rose's house. So what was the big girl with the big booty? I just left her house.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got a little bit, you got a little ways to go, but they did a really good job with that. I'm really happy with the game. I had no expectations going into it either, so I was happy with how it turned out because it kind of grabs you right in, and then at first it starts a little bit slow. Because the things only last about 5-6 minutes at first, like when you switch between them, and it's like I was like, I hope it doesn't go that fast between all of them because you don't really, get into the characters, and then eventually, you really got into them. It was just like Alice and Kara were just like that was my go-to story, man. I wanted to get through the other ones to get to their story, and then the other stories really picked up later on, and I was like, wow,
everybody says Connor. Everybody's screaming Team Connor. I just so far I'm what's my man name Marcus. That guy here, this is his name Marcus, right? His name Marcus. Yeah, him. I'm so far. I'm team. I'm enjoying his story the most. First, it was Carla and the little kid, but so far now that I'm enjoying Marcus. This man's ill. How to get that shit, man? Those guys are goddamn geniuses. Like I said, I've never been into Telltale games, so this is like something new to me. And again, I didn't think that I would be that emotionally invested and caring about my decisions.
Well,
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you should be on a game that's basically like that, though, if you think about it, right? Like it'd be kind of counterproductive to have a completely story interactive based thing and then have a story suck. That's why I didn't like Heavy Rain, and I thought Beyond Two Souls was boring. But this one much better. They did a really good job. And if after you beat it, you'll have a bunch of points saved up. You can go into the extras and unlock a bunch of behind the scenes videos and stuff. It shows all like the motion cap and the making of and all that kind of stuff. A lot of cool stuff to be seen.
You finished already, crap.
Dude, I finished that game a long time ago, man.
How long is the game, crap?
I beat it in I would say about 8 hours. Probably take about 8 to 10.
Oh shit!
Shout out to Charlie One Gaming for the $5. Appreciate it. I'm just looking at the channel.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I mean, for those type of games, I guess, but I don't know, man. You get a long last with the Telltale games, like with The Walking Dead. you know, when you got to
I
make
don't
those.
even like Telltale, man.
Oh man, The Walking Dead is what got me watching the show. Because I'm a big fan of Clementine, man. I can't wait for the new one to come out. So, you know, and I've always liked those type of games. So it's like for me, Detroit was just on my radar from the day one since I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Now graphically, when we seen that it looked really, really choppy and ashy, I was like, oh man. But regardless, I still was going to get it. But see, so that's a win. So that one right there is everybody enjoying that one. So now it's just down to Crackdown 3. Because those are my two most
anticipated. I might say this. I think those might be the best visuals this generation. And sir, I thought God of War was set the bar. Detroit took it. Man, some of those
I can't wait to play it, man. I can't wait.
Some of those goddamn cutscenes. When they say they look just like the actor. Yeah. I mean, damn.
Man, I got to play the game, like you guys know. I got to play it last summer, and I told you guys this game was going to be a hit. I told you it looked fantastic. Yeah. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's downgraded, doesn't look good." Like it looks so. It was upgraded because the version that I played looked substantially better than the version that I played last summer, and it still looked fantastic last summer. The motion capture they did in this game, it's fantastic. Like the details, like everything is great in this game, man.
Yeah, well, that's the thing right there, though. Is the game worth the $60 price?
Definitely. And remember, too, although it does take, Crap was saying it takes 8 to 10 hours to complete, you could go back. It's got replay value. You can go back and play it different ways to get different endings, different outcomes.
I know. Fantastic. I know. I'm already gonna have a bad goddamn ending. I'm fucking Team Joy. You know me, Black Lives Matter. I'm out there murking any damn thing. I'm out there murking everything. Everything human got to die. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not.
I know. I heard ain't the way to go, but I'm out there murking it. And I'm gonna say this last when we start the show. What part had me on my seat? What really said, damn. When the old girl and Cora and I forgot the little girl's name go to that mansion, they was in the basement. Oh my god! I'm like like I was like Jesus, like this game is epic, man. I love it. Shout out to what's it? Quantum Dreams.
Quantic Dream, yeah.
Quantic Dream with that controversial ass, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm looking at it too, man. I'm gonna leave you guys the link to my Twitter as we start the show. If you don't have one.
And I gotta say, like, it's so depressing because we got all these great games on the PlayStation side. We're still waiting for Microsoft to deliver something. Like, come on, man. Let's like E3. I know it's a week away, and man, Microsoft, don't let me down. Don't let me down. You expect them
just to kind of like drop a game real quick, like right now? Is that?
I'm not expecting them to drop a game right now. I'm expecting them to show me something that is in the same caliber of games. At E3.
Yo, dude, if Xbox came out with a quote-unquote story game that was exclusive, they would be hung out on that oak tree in your backyard, man.
Why?
Why? Because they're always overly scrutinized compared to Sony, man.
I don't care about that. As a consumer, I'm selfish. I want it from me. I don't give a fuck what the pundits think. Just deliver some content that I can enjoy. That's it.
Hey, listen, I gotta remind you, brother, this is a drug fiend. Ryan makes like you been hitting the bottle already. Anything you say,
we might as well go.
Hell, man, like
he must be getting high as fuck.
Hey, that ain't make no sense. But anyway, what you say? What you had to say, Crap?
I was gonna say we might as well go into some of our predictions here. You know what I mean?
I'll crack it up at this dude Shogun Blades and saying that I'm flip flopping because I just asked the question: is the game worth $60 because it's an 8-hour ending? I've never swayed from the game being one of my most anticipated games for 2018. So I just asked the question.
What we should do is we should probably you guys want to start with stuff that we will likely see?
Yeah. Okay.
What are we doing? We're not talking about Nintendo, are we? Please.
No, we're talking about Microsoft right now.
Microsoft and Sony between those two. All right, but
we should talk about it all, man.
I don't
know anything about Nintendo. I don't
have a Nintendo list, so
yeah. I got a Nintendo list.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it'd be easy enough to go, hey, Smash Brothers, Metroid, whatever, that'd be cool. But anyway, when it comes to
that's coming out.
When it comes to Microsoft, man, I'll just give my list. I'll run down my list of things that I think we'll likely see. Which Forza Horizon 4, that's a given. Okay. I think we're gonna see Gears of War in some fashion, spin-off or otherwise. We'll get a Halo 6 teaser, some kind of small teaser, and they're gonna do some kind of announcement about the Master Chief Collection being fixed and when we can expect that, and it also going to Windows 10. And they'll also, that won't be all. They're also going to announce a Halo Battle Royale. It's going to come out this holiday.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, Splinter Cell. That's going to be there. Battlefield V, the Division 2, Metro gameplay, Rise or Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Rumor is Rocksteady's new DC game, which is Superman, is going to be there. The new Assassin's Creed Odyssey. They're going to do some kind of Sega or Square deal, so you could see something like Yakuza coming there or Kingdom Hearts remastered. I've heard the remastered 1 and 1.5 might actually get announced. Sea of Thieves expansions and roadmap. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Cloud Compute X, where they've teamed up with different developers to bring cloud computing to games and possibly streaming. Elite Controller 2.0, Crackdown 3 reintroduction would come around this time, where they're going to show off the cloud compute and probably set up a multiplayer beta, and they'll probably announce that it's either been delayed or it's going to release. They're going to announce a Game Pass Xbox Live combination membership at a reduced price. Xbox avatars and avatar games. There's even a rumor that one of the avatar games could be a battle royale in and of itself, but that's going to happen. They're going to do some Minecraft stuff. They're going to do ID at Xbox, including Ash and the Night Before Below, and there's supposedly a rumored Cuphead news like co-op. Daryl Gallagher is going to take the stage, and him and Phil are going to announce a new studio, saying that they're working on new quadruple A exclusives, and that it's really important for them to have these games have something to show before they show them. But rest assured, they're working on multiple new IP.
Boo to that.
They're gonna reinforce that, and then they're gonna close the show with Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
Hey, crap. Now listen.
Can I say this? If honestly tell you, there's some good things on that list for sure, but if that's all that they're bringing, like, it's disappointment. We need some new shit, man.
I honestly wouldn't expect them to, like, just me, like, nothing like lot set in stone, but I wouldn't expect them to show off anything new right now. I would expect that to probably come later. But I do,
later might not be promised. Crap, shit. I mean,
I'll tell you one part. I'll tell you one part that you told me that you were saying there when they're going to talk about the new quadruple A studios, and that's too early to show stuff, but they'll have stuff. That's going to get a standing boo from.
I don't think that's going to boo. That people want. Like, I remember
the time for talk is over. We don't want to fucking hear about it. We want to see some shit.
Here's the thing, though. Like, and this is just being real, and I wish Tim was here because he'd say the same thing.
Come on,
they're not really worried about it. To be honest, they don't care about the hate in the forums or the YouTube or the social. They don't care. But just look at all the hate that State of Decay 2 got. It's over 2 million players.
Yeah, but that's a good game. I enjoyed that game. I didn't give that.
I know. I'm just saying though, like that's what they care about. They have an obvious kind of direction. Whether I don't think it matters whether we particularly like it or not. I just think that, like, where we're all, this is make or break. They're like, whatever. It does, like, they don't look at it that way, and that's just how it is.
I can't wait to see Cyberpunk, man. That's gonna be great.
I did hear that's gonna close, which I'm kind of disappointed. I always think you should close on something from your own first party. But
a little Fable. Just put the name on the screen, man. That's all.
I get. You know what? Here's the thing. I was thinking the same thing, but I get why they're apprehensive to do that. Strictly speaking, because the last Fable was canceled. So
it wasn't a traditional Fable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they just came out and just said, hey, we're working on a traditional Fable, they don't even have to show a graphic. Just say that. That's all they would have to say for me to get me get me back on full on cheering for them, because, I mean, they need something. They need to give fans hope.
Yeah. Well, what do you got, Chris? What do you got from coming from Microsoft?
Well, mine are more of like kind of bold ass predictions. Some are kind of silly, and some are kind of ones that I've been running with for years now. But eventually, I'll be right. But I think a new Battletoads is probably going to happen. I think Rimelight Studios Rimelight, whatever, however you want to say. I think Rimelight Studios is probably going to make it. Rimelight did Zeros, which launched on Xbox One as a Games with Gold. It's kind of like a side scroller 2.5D beat 'em up. It's actually not that bad of a game. It's actually pretty fun, and I was playing it and I'm like, you know what, if there was a developer that would work on it, I bet you it would be this developer, and they haven't really put out anything since. So I was thinking 2 and 2 in my head, and I'm kind of silly, so that's what I think is going to happen. Possibly a season 4 Killer Instinct, maybe a part 2, but there'll be new characters, new modes. Scorpion will be a guest character, and No Mercies will be back. I think a new Mech Assault's going to happen, and it's going to be made by Wargaming, the people that did World of Tanks and shit like that. I think that's going to be a free-to-play model to continue what they've been doing. A new Conquer, probably a new Banjo. Xbox VR with partnered headsets will work across the Xbox One devices, plays best on the X. That's why they didn't mention anything about VR, because they wanted to make it work across the board. Woo.
Huh.
All right, let me pay the bills right quick. Hold on 1 second. Von Lamont said, I call BS on that Rocksteady game because they always work with Sony since their first game. Microsoft doesn't win E3 by showing multiplayer. Did anybody mention anything about
I get what you're saying, Von Lamont, but check this out. Sony's gonna have likely not only Spider-Man, there's also that Square Crystal Dynamics Marvel game that's gonna be on their stage. And there's also a possibility that WB Montreal is gonna show their Batman Arkham game on their stage. So I don't think
he's gonna boo it. He's gonna boo it then because third party.
Boo this man. No, I don't think I don't think that they're gonna have 2 DC and 2. I don't think they're gonna do that. I'm sorry. And the rumor was that it was gonna be shown on the X on Microsoft stage. I'm just saying. So I mean, take it for what it's worth.
Okay. One thing, Chris, did you finish with that dog shit list? That was it.
Hey, fuck you, pal. I bring grade A material, sir.
I know you do, good brother. You tried your damnedest. Listen, guys, hit the like button. Shit about to go left. I mean, I'm drinking and thinking. Who's next? Because I might want to go last.
Yeah, I'll go real quick.
I'm gonna take all this shit in.
448.
What Crap and what Chris said, it's real interesting to me. And at the end of the day, I always leave kind of like an open mind as to what they're actually going to show. The only thing I didn't hear them say was the next Elite controller.
Oh no, Crap said that.
I said that.
Oh, you did say that? I didn't hear that, man.
He said just Elite 2.0.
Definitely going to be in there.
Yeah.
Did you say Anthem? Are they gonna?
No, you know what? I didn't say Anthem. The reason why I didn't say Anthem was because rumor has it that EA is doing something extreme with Anthem, like earlier or whatever. So they're gonna do some 20-30 minute demo with Anthem. So I don't think they're gonna show that again on Microsoft stage.
Other than that, I know you said the beta for Crackdown.
Yeah, I believe we're gonna get that, and also the possible battle royale for Halo coming to Halo 5 at the end of the year.
And you know that's going to be top notch because Halo 5 multiplayer is still the best multiplayer this generation. So
and when they say Crackdown 2019, you heard it from your pal Chris here on BGS first.
Yeah, no, but seriously, yeah, man. What's cool about that is they're gonna give us. I think they're gonna give us that Halo battle royale because it doesn't take long to do something like that. They already had Warzone, which is kind of similar.
Right. And people hating on multiplats in the chat, why can't I be excited about a multiplat?
No, this is what I'm saying, right? I want to see these things announced. If that Superman game's legit, if that, what I'm saying, I want to see this stuff. I don't give a shit about this silly, oh man, it's a multi. I'm want to play it on my X, of course.
Yeah, you'll see the first real Avengers game, and plus you're going to see fucking Red Dead 2 could be the game of the generation. Yeah, multiplayer going to be huge this year.
Yeah, and not only that, rumor is that the Avengers game is going to be a
my grandmother killed it for me.
They're saying did you guys see that today? They said that the Marvel game's a reboot of the Marvel Alliance game. So I mean, we'll have to see how that works out. These things aren't always accurate.
Alliance games.
My question is: does a multiplat win Microsoft at E3?
No, I don't know. I mean, I don't.
Some people started saying Anthem won E3 last year, so they're one of those people.
No matter what they do, they're not going to win E3. There's always going to be the people that are like, "Oh, that's not as good." We already know what Sony's going to bring to the table because they already said so. They're just very methodical about what this is what we're showing. There's not really a lot of guesswork in with Sony's, right? So, it is kind of what it is. It's we know what they're bringing to the table. Microsoft is a bit of a wild card, so it's going to be some people are going to be happy, some people aren't. No matter what they do, there's always going to be people that aren't going to be happy with what they do.
Yeah, but while we might know Sony's presentation, let's be honest, we do. It doesn't matter about if you know it or not. It's just who has a better presentation. So, if you see The Last of Us 2 and you're really excited for that, you see the world premiere of Red Dead and all those games, it could be huge for Sony. Even if you do know it's coming, It's all about being wowed at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't wowed with their presentation last year. A lot of people thought they had.
Yeah, a lot of people were, and I wasn't either.
I mean, it was like less than an hour. They couldn't be bothered to stay on stage very long.
Yeah, that
it was
bad.
exactly the same stuff. At a point, you get tired of seeing the same stuff over and over again. Same thing with Microsoft, right? Like, I don't particularly want to see Sea of Thieves again this year, but they're going to show off. But they're going to show some kind of roadmap for that.
Well,
like,
maybe the roadmap will just be kind of like a quick video. I don't think there'll be anything on stage with Sea of Thieves.
Minecraft will be there.
Yeah,
Minecraft.
The almighty Minecraft will be there.
I mean, if they have, a 2-hour show, they're gonna have to fill it up somehow. So
yeah, they certainly don't got very many exclusives.
I think they will show something new. I remember Black Tusk was working on that game before they got into Gears. I'm pretty sure they went back.
That's just a tech demo, from what I've heard.
Wait, what about the people who made Lords of the Fallen? Didn't they acquire that studio or something way fucking back?
No, they made a deal with them for something.
Okay, but what the hell are they doing?
Nobody knows, but apparently
working on Lords of the Fallen 2, because that's rumored to be coming out.
They just announced a new studio for that though today.
Yeah. I think they're going to deliver at least one new IP that we don't know of. I think we're going to get the Perfect Dark reboot. I think we're probably going to get a Mech Assault. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a new Gears of War game. I don't think we're going to get any new Halos. I think they're just going to add a Battle Royale mode to either the Master Chief Collection or Halo 5.
Yeah.
You don't think they'll even just like maybe flash something about Halo 6?
No, that'll be next year.
We're also going to get, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a mixed reality announcement, because over on Windows, Microsoft is killing it right now with the mixed reality headsets, and I think we're probably going to get a mixed reality announcement at E3, and of course all those headsets will be supported, and the Oculus.
I gotta say, with that Halo 5, if they do Halo 5 Battle Royale, they better have new Rex.
Well, let me tell you this: there's in the Windows mixed reality, there's a Halo demo. And let me tell you, it's pretty short and it's not overly elaborate, but it was fucking amazing. And at the end of that demo, Master Chief comes out and you actually feel the scale of him, right? You're like, oh shit, this is a big fucking dude, And I got only one on the panel that could probably relate to this is Crap. Let me tell you, Crap, Halo in VR would be fucking awesome.
I hear it would be good. From what I understand, that Microsoft is hesitant this generation to jump on VR. Like, they want to do something with a wireless headset. So
but they do have the mixed reality headsets that are working on Windows right now, and the Xbox technically can support it. So
yeah,
I said they're gonna debut that on the X. I said that last year.
Well, from what I understand, it is they feel like mixed reality or VR would be piss poor on the base Xbox One. So yeah, so it would mean that there would be something exclusive on the X, and they're not comfortable with that. So from what I understand,
even though when they said at E3 2 years ago, high fidelity VR,
but they did say initially when they made the first announcement that it would be exclusive.
Yeah, and I think after they've looked into it, I think they backtrack on that a bit, and I think that they're gonna try, if they do VR, I think it'll be with their next Xbox.
I hope not, because honestly, tell you the Xbox specs, because you need at least an RX 480, 580 on the PC to do VR. If you have those cards, VR is really well done.
Well, how's VR on the vanilla PS4?
It's dog shit. Yeah, but they're not going to support VR on the regular Xbox. It can't do it. It would have to be the X. And I think they should just do it, because there's many people out there that have the headsets already. So why not give them support for it on their Xboxes? And also too, you're going to bring in some new people, because PlayStation VR, believe it or not, it's killing it right now. I think out of all the VR headsets, Sony sold the most.
About Sony, man, the chat's turning on.
Yeah, they got a couple million. Oh, here it is. Lords of the Fallen 2 gets a new developer out of hiatus. So they just announced that today, that they've just got a new studio. So basically, that game is probably a little ways away from coming out. But allegedly, Microsoft did sign some kind of deal with them, Deck 5 or Deck 9 or whatever the hell they are. For some exclusives.
See the product of it.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything from it yet. I mean, supposedly they've got lots of deals signed. It's just we got to wait and see what that means. Who the hell knows?
Next gen.
But, I mean, maybe it depends on. I think it kind of depends on what they want to show. I honestly don't think that he'll break from his ideal of not showing anything until it's past a certain point. right? Even though I've told Phil, I was like, you can't let past failures screw you up for the
define
future.
you.
Yeah, like, and it doesn't make sense. But I mean, you know, if they don't want to be Sony and announce stuff 3, 4, 5 years out, man, what can you do? You can't force them.
Yeah. Who's next?
King Mega.
All right.
King Mega.
Let's
He's
go.
hashtag saving Lock.
Yes, hashtag save Lock. Okay,
Maybe a new Halo game featuring just Lock.
Hell yeah.
You know what? If they do a spinoff with just Team Osiris, I would be doing
Halo Osiris.
I'll do a flip at E3. I promise you. But
hold on 1 second.
Mega,
before you start, let me pay the bills right quick. Shout out to Vicious Lord, very generous brother. Thank you for saving my life from diabetes. With gifting me.
I'm very agile for my side.
Yet Microsoft was advertising VR on the X, then they dropped it on release.
Yeah. And that's what we covered.
They said it could technically do it, but
it's par for the course for them for this gen. They tend to 180 themselves, right?
Right.
Yeah, they're a little bit like half in, half out sometimes. But I mean, hey, it is. Go ahead, man. Go ahead with your list.
Okay, they'll finally show, and this is no particular order, but they will definitely they'll show Crackdown's multiplayer, what everybody's been wanting and waiting for. We will get what I'm very excited for. We'll start seeing more Japanese titles come. I think with the partnership with Sega, you'll start the Yakuza series and the Dragon's Quest series will be coming to the Xbox. Also, I think you alluded to Kingdom Hearts, that's going to be that's going to be coming, and it's going to probably have a bundle to where you could get the two
remixes, man.
Yeah, the remixes as well coming, because it doesn't make sense to get 3 and not have the previous games.
And did you hear what Square said today? Square said that they're going the more multi-platform route from now on.
Right. So those games coming. Vanquish 2 will be coming to the Xbox. I think that I don't think it's going to be an exclusive though. It would be dope if it was. I also think that Xbox will be bringing the big banger for me. Of course, they'll show something with Fable or talk about Fable. But the big banger for me is that they're going to bring out Quantum Break 2. That's going to be the biggest game that they're going to bring out. I want, for my ultimate prediction is that they would show Rise 2, but I'm so skeptical of it. I would lose it, but
I'd be all over that.
I think that they would definitely show do some have some 4K enhancements for Sunset Overdrive.
Rise though, K Mega, like
what's that?
The character at the end of the game, like
they could
character.
They could do it just like Assassin's Creed.
Someone could revive his ass.
They could do it just like Assassin's Creed. They could have Xbox could have their own Assassin's Creed type of title with Rise. So it doesn't have to really particularly be be Maximus. It could be
like personal battles.
Just everybody. Yeah, they can go through all through time. So so it would be pretty dope. Also, there will when Matt Booty come up there, they will probably announce something about the single player, about the new studio, and I think that they might show a clip of the new Joanna Dark game, because I think that's the game that they want to use to make it Tomb Raider-esque. So therefore, I think that's what they're going to talk about, and then they'll probably show that one game that they show that they'll probably start adding to the Game Pass. They'll start adding that they'll have exclusive content that will come to the Game Pass, something like in the Telltale's form or more indie form, something like remember that picture of that chick with the whip. Those type of games will be coming to the Game Pass to make it to get people more enticed to start investing into the Game Pass. Also, I think that there'll be another Killer Instinct, which I'm excited for, and I do agree with Chris. I think that there will be some kind of link with that NetherRealm, to where they'll probably add some Mortal Kombat character, or maybe they'll work together on doing something like that.
Tao Fang characters, man.
That would be dope. But I think that to get more traction, you would have to come to somebody that's more modern, especially that's a huge, people that are really good at fighters. So of course that NetherRealm is they're the kings right now. They've locking everything down. Injustice 2, best fighter this generation so far. So and then of course Mortal Kombat X is going to be shown, but I think that's going to be shown on PlayStation side. But yeah, VR will be shown. Of course, they'll do indie Xbox. I can't wait to see Ashen, Ori and the Blind Forest. And then lastly, they will drop the mic, not at the end, but they will drop the mic for a lot of people because they will show one of these two JRPGs that's going to be coming to the Xbox, and that's going to be the Blue Dragon or it's going to be Jade Empire. I'm done.
Okay, good stuff.
Right,
I can't really argue with that, man. That's a nice list right there.
Yeah,
man.
Mega, I'm going to your show, man.
You know, hey, to be fair, I went very safe and realistic with mine. I actually, like, after we do all these, I also have stuff that we want to see but we won't see. Which you know we can do, yeah. You know, but yeah, who's next, man? Who's next?
Listen, I just want to say that I'm highly disappointed in all of you guys. I've since lost my goddamn faith. I mean, listen, I'm actually. Are these your predictions?
These are predictions. These aren't wish lists, dude.
Oh, okay, so this
if I was doing wish lists, I'd be like 5 new IPs, 2 single player, Rise 2, Sunset 2, Quantum Break 2. Like, that would be a wish list. This is a prediction.
Fucking Z calls my list dog shit. I expect an apology, sir.
I mean, okay, no, I have a question. I have a question. I said, with your guys' predictions list and what they're showing, would you be happy or satisfied with what they show, or with that show, with your guys' predictions?
With mine, no, I would prefer if they were to show, like, because in mine I didn't say Fable or Perfect Dark announcements.
Yeah, if it was yours, it'd be dog shit.
Yeah, like I mean, I think it'd still be a strong show. I just don't think it'd be like it would be a show that's very expected. You know.
Okay. All right. Well, here's my prediction. All right. Phil takes to the stage with a bag full of goddamn candy. You're gonna put obese middle-aged men sitting in the ground. He's giving everybody in the front row in a diabetic goddamn coma. I swear to God. Now listen, I ain't got much to say because I really don't have any expectations for Microsoft. If they come out that motherfucker and spend 15 minutes on Sea of Thieves, I swear
I don't think they're gonna do anything like that.
Listen, here's the thing, and I'm gonna be real. I ain't got time to be. I ain't got much time left, man. High blood pressure, high cholesterol. I'm gonna give you the goddamn facts, the motherfucking facts. 4 Titans in the goddamn cloud. Right there, you go. Bam. This is what they have to do. They need to come out that motherfucker swinging, right? Swing for the. If Sunset Overdrive 2, I know it has. Some people may like it. Some people may not like it, but that's a step in the right direction. I care for the game. I don't know if we get Quantum Break 2, but I do expect Remedy to be there at E3, showing off their new game P7 or R7, whatever the hell that is. You know what I mean? I hope to see a new season of Killer Instinct, but with this new goddamn regime, who knows, right? Expect to see something from Gears, and I just seen the sizzle trailer that they just had. Countdown to E3, and it was very Gears focused. So I'm hoping that it's a traditional Gears, not some RTS, not some first person shooter. I hope it's a Gears, whether it's Gears, Judgment 2 or whatever. As long as they don't fuck with the multiplayer, I will be fine for that. Of course, we don't get Forza Horizon 4. I expect to see some forms, but they got to show Crackdown, the single player and the multiplayer. I don't really have any expectations, like I said, from the multiplayer because I've never been a huge Crackdown fan. They're going to have to come out that motherfucker. Because again, they said this is going by what they said. I would hate to question their integrity. This is their biggest E3 ever. They're pulling out all the stops. So they're going to have to come out there and talk about Fable. Whether it's ready this year, next year, the year after that, boom, doesn't make a difference. Now, we just got the leaks from, Walmart, right? Again, Perfect Dark. So I'm hoping to see a Perfect Dark in a more matured theme environment, third person. I think that'll be dope. You know what I mean? So again, that's a win-win from them. Now, Battletoads, I've been asking to see that, bro, since I was believing in Jesus. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna see, even like I said, not as a full type, but maybe as a 20, like a little arcade game like Orient Blind Forest 2.
That's what Limelight does.
Yeah, I think that would be dope, but I don't think that they would do it. I don't think that they are doing it. What else? They say 2 hours long. Now, with 2 hours, you're going to see some shit from Minecraft. And here's my thing. Don't be surprised to see Nintendo's on Microsoft stage with a goddamn Switch talking about connect play between the Xbox One SX and the goddamn Switch doing Minecraft. I'm letting you know right fucking now. You know,
I doubt it. I mean, they already announced the crossplay stuff last year, so and Nintendo wasn't there. So
they're gonna do it with like Fortnite or some shit.
Whatever the fucking, they're gonna be there on that goddamn stage.
That wouldn't be bad, man. Fortnite, playing between, you might as well add the Switch in there. You got every goddamn thing else.
I'm just saying on Microsoft stage conference.
Nintendo will not be on Microsoft stage. I
wouldn't be surprised to see Microsoft on their stage talking about the Smash and new characters.
So Nintendo doesn't have a stage.
They don't have a stage. They're doing the treehouse again.
Nintendo Direct.
Phil's gonna be sitting in the treehouse wearing his Luigi shirt. And Reggie's gonna be in his Mario shirt.
That show that they gave out on E3.
I know. I say Mario because
that pre-tape show. Again, it is what it is, man.
You know what? In all honesty, though, I don't think that's too far fetched. To be honest with you, because Microsoft has always been kind of extra cuddly with Nintendo, and I can see them doing something like that, especially with the Smash Brothers.
Here's the thing: people want to act like that's a new thing, though. They were making a Halo game for the DS that got canceled. Rare made a couple of DS games when they were owned by Microsoft because they don't. They don't Viva Pinata and also Conquer for their handheld. Yeah, so they don't really look at them as like a competition thing. With Nintendo, but I don't think Nintendo's going to be on their stage or anything like that. I don't think that's.
I'm just saying, don't be surprised. You see him out there with some forms of Minecraft on the Switch and Xbox Live. You're hearing it here first, right?
Well, you can already do that. Like play if you. In fact, you can get achievements. You can get achievements on the Switch
version of the game. And again, don't be surprised to come that so more versions of Xbox Live supported games like Smash or whatever the goddamn case may be announced there at E3. Now
that would be a Sony. That would be a Nintendo announcement, though, right? Like if Banjo-Kazooie and Perfect Dark, Joanna Dark, end up on
whoever stage is on, whoever's goddamn stage is on.
No, it's going to be the Treehouse.
I could see that. I could see that. I just don't think Nintendo's going to be up there on Microsoft's stage.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just saying. And then again, they like I said, they're gonna double down on that Sea of Thieves shit. And more talk of how many hours they're gonna give us another list of goddamn backwards combat games, old ass Xbox games, no achievements.
Yo, bring Ninja Gaiden 2. Come on.
And that's about it. Now here's the thing. That's the best that I can give them as being a good show without having any high expectations. But I can guarantee you they're going to even under. That's like I said, a no-brainer. They're going to under-deliver on that shit right there. That's all you got to do. You know what I mean? That's not anything, and that's not asking to put Kratos on the Xbox. That's a decent, balanced, goddamn show. That what they're going to come out there and do, I don't know. I mean, I can't.
It'll be interesting to see what they do. I mean, they might come out there and shock everybody. You know, like
2 hours. Do you really think
for 2 hours?
Listen, you think the Xbox got 2 hours? Got 2 hours of good goddamn content?
Well, here's the thing. They're obviously trying to go after more than just you and me.
Yeah,
you know, they're
who are they going after?
They're going after the 2 billion gamers that aren't gaming or whatever. So listen, like when I say that, people look at me like crap. Stammer. I'm not saying I agree with that. I'm just saying what Microsoft's mentality is.
But I'm just saying their mentality. I mean, their mentality, which you absolutely right. These 2 billion gamers and the reality. Because I give you listen, when they do their Inside Xbox show, they probably still thinking about their 2 billion game. Who the fuck is that show for?
I couldn't tell you, man. I know usually at E3, usually when
Mixer.
Yeah, when they do the Inside Xbox stuff at E3, I usually watch that because they talk to the devs and they go in depth about the
show they give us now every month. Who is that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I have no idea.
Is it to get Sony fans to buy their console?
No, I think some of it's for us, and then some of it I think they get confused and go a little bit too casual, you know. But some of the stuff casuals wouldn't even care about or understand. You know,
casuals aren't watching E3 though.
I mean, E3 is the most like Facebook people know about it. Like, I think a lot of people do know about E3. Like, I hear about it on the news, the local.
They just watch the trailers afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, so it really depends on I think what they want to announce. Like, I think the ball's in their court. They have a really big chance to.
What scares me crap is that 2 goddamn hours because I know they got 2 hours of content.
Hey, shout out to Vicious Lord 66. Microsoft is finally going to show off the rest of that fucking Kraken.
Yeah, right.
No, only a part of it. They only have
it finally evolved.
How about that Megalodon though, man?
That was dope. That was fun. Did you finally kill?
I didn't, man. I don't have a crew yet. Mooch gets back tomorrow, and he's like,
Delirium Blades, and it was like 3 other ships of a bunch of people. Man, it was like 4. It was like 3 Gatlings and 1 sloop, and man, we all took.
It's only two weeks long. Like, how much longer does it last?
Yeah.
Wait, they're taking the Megalodon away. You go back to the Kraken that's lacking.
Yeah,
it's still there.
It's an event.
They're gonna add the body through DLC though. That's been confirmed.
Yeah.
So, but it's definitely dope, man. That shark is a problem.
One thing about it though is that after you kill it, it actually sticks around for a while in the water, so it doesn't just disappear.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just lays there.
I'm surprised nobody here mentioned the obvious stuff though, like Ori and the Will of the Wisp. We're definitely going to see something about that. Xbox avatars. I mean, look, the only reason you don't mention the avatars so far is because you got something to announce with them at E3, like 1 versus 100 or whatever. You got Avatar games coming. Bottom line.
Wait, hold on 1 second.
1 versus 100. Please bring that.
Let me just say this real quick.
That would be amazing.
I'm not a huge. I'm like I've got 9,000 followers on Twitter or whatever. That's not huge.
Whoa,
but
lucky you! I got 100.
I know. Okay,
look at that! Look at that! He had to throw that out there.
No, I'm just saying. I did a poll. I was like, which Xbox franchise would you like to see Battle Royale mode in? And I had almost 2,000 people vote, and Xbox Avatars won. Right? Out of Halo, Gears, Crackdown, Xbox Avatars won. Right?
Well, that's why
with King's Blood there. That's not a well.
And that just shows you that Xbox needs to bring back pretty much almost everything that they had.
It makes sense though. Like, think about it. With the Avatar Battle Royale, you can win like Avatar gear that you can,
or you can buy it. Like that's a win-win for Microsoft.
All right.
Those games like that, one versus 100 is
amazing. Yo Blow, shout out to Yo Blow, big fan of the show, supporter of the show. He said he
getting the rest of the Kraken is a joke. It's an Xbox joke. It's not really DLC.
He said he would take quality over quantity any day of the week, and I second that emotion.
Yeah, and with that comment, can we move to Sony because this shit is depressing.
Yeah, that should go.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm excited, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen. Hey, here's the thing, right, Roto, before we go to Sony, right? Before we switch to that greatness has been waiting for us to talk about. And I want to ask you, in your honest opinion, do you guys think Microsoft can come out there and put on a good show for 2 hours? They got 2 hours of content.
They'll probably put on a good hour of content for people like us.
And the other half will be inside Xbox.
Yeah, I know. I think it'll be. I don't know. It might not even be 2 hours. Greenberg said they were still finalizing that. So
any show
they're not holding back
that long is not going to have something that everybody is going to love for 2 hours. Like, you got to.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, look, they're going to do the little thing with Minecraft. People aren't going to like it. They're going to show indies. People aren't going to like it.
They do like literally one show a year.
Phil said they're working on doing another, so we could see a second.
Yeah, Gamescom like last year.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Gamescom. I think they're doing their own thing. Sort of. Yeah, that's what Phil said.
We've been talking about that since 2015. That shit ain't happening.
Yeah, I'm about to say we went to Comic-Con. We went to all this bullshit.
I'm just saying those aren't, but that wasn't like a big thing. They weren't like, it wasn't like a big broadcasted thing, man.
Let's get into this. Let's get into the Sony list. Let me read.
Okay, so I got my list here since I started off the Xbox one. In-depth look at Spider-Man, The Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and Death Stranding. Those are pretty obvious since those are the ones they announced. Black Ops 4. Some kind of Red Dead 2 trailer, Devil May Cry 5 multiplat, Watch Dogs 3 multiplat, Medieval remake, Blue Point rumored to be making either Metal Gear Solid or Demon Souls remake, Shadows Die Twice, which is from Software, that's a multiplat, Bloodborne 2 possibly 50-50 on that, Kingdom Hearts 3 multiplat, Marvel Avengers multiplat, new Batman Arkham game multiplat, Spyro remaster multiplat, Resident Evil 2 remake multiplat, some PSVR. Outside chance of changing your PSN name.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with this.
One thing, Destiny 2 Year 2 is gonna be on stage.
They could do something with Destiny 2. Like I don't even.
Let's go.
Ooh, fuck Destiny.
I forgot all about Destiny, man. I'm like
I'm gonna go with this official leaked. Well, it's not official, but I'm gonna go with the leaked list because I gotta be honest, it really looks legit. Ghost of Tsushima, the demo, Medieval trailer, PlayStation Party with a PSVR mode trailer, Spyro Reignited Trilogy trailer, Spider-Man with a PSVR mode demo, Shamoon 3. I can never say that shit right.
Shamoon.
Resident Evil 2 remake with a PSVR mode trailer, Devil May Cry 5 demo, Final Fantasy 7 remake demo, Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, BioShock Resurgence PSVR mode, Bloodborne 2 trailer, Death Stranding demo, Last of Us Part 2 demo, PlayerUnknown's Battleground trailer, and SOCOM Coalition teaser. Now I gotta be honest, it seems legit, man.
Who would be doing SOCOM?
I don't know.
Yeah, who would be doing
But
it?
that would be a huge.
I mean, like,
there was like a rumor about SOCOM.
And then like BioShock, like who'd be doing BioShock? Because it isn't.
And apparently it has a PSVR mode.
BioShock's been moved.
Yeah, BioShock is going to a different developer, but BioShock is coming.
And there already is a PSVR Spider-Man that came out with Spider-Man Homecoming.
Right.
For the game.
Yeah, I don't know. See, that's why I'm just like, eh. And most of that list it doesn't sound very. I mean, it's stuff we already know, and the rest is like not that different from what I just said.
Well, SOCOM Coalition and Player Unknown's Battleground, we don't know about those games. That's pretty.
Yeah,
new.
but I mean, is PUBG?
Oh, you don't know about PUBG, man? Come on over to my house. I'll show you.
I don't know. Like, I don't really look at PUBG as a big deal. Going to, I mean, we kind of all figured that. Is that an E3 announcement?
It was.
I don't see. I really don't see.
Here's the kicker: the PUBG on the PlayStation is gonna have 60 frames per second.
How are they going to get 60 frames on the
PlayStation? I don't think that because where PlayStation is getting all their love right now is from Fortnite. So I just still, you know what I'm saying, I think that'll be one of those like we heard that they're going to be showing a couple of games before the show.
They are supposedly Medieval is going to be one of those. But I also want to point out that Sony has no game preview program. And so how would they release a PUBG?
It said holiday. It said holiday.
Yeah, but they got H1N1 or whatever it is.
Yeah, hold on. Even if they said holiday, does anybody here that plays PUBG on Xbox One think that game's going to be decent by holiday enough to be at a game preview? No.
Maybe with that Sony money, Sony likes to invest, so who knows?
Microsoft invested heavily into PUBG, and it still runs like crap.
Microsoft's a sucker. Yeah.
Okay, so
I only got one prediction for Sony.
R&D and gonna get the final copy. That's
what's your prediction, Chris? Chris Steele.
Sony's The Last of Us Part 2 demo will be available on the store for everybody to download and play.
Fire!
That'd be sick.
That'd be
really going to happen.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I don't think that game's as far ahead as.
No, you can just give people a little vertical slice. Go kill 2 clickers and a human being. Boom. You don't need a big fucking environment.
We don't know how far. I thought God of War might have been delayed, and that game was pretty much well done, man. So,
all right, let me do mine. PlayStation is going to, for the rumor, the PlayStation is probably going to do something exactly like what Nintendo is doing, and they're going to bring out a PlayStation 1 Classic Edition to where they'll have all of the PlayStation 1 games be enhanced, which would be huge, but will also, sadly, that would be huge. Man, look, man, PS1, man, that's
the PS1 generation, man.
That's the GOAT console of all time for me. But it would be a good look if they would do that. Also, PlayStation is going to announce another remake, which, like I was going to say, sadly, which means that probably when the PlayStation 5 comes out, that they're not going to have backwards compat because they see that they can make their money off of remakes. So they'll show another one of these older games, just kind of like Shadow of the Colossus, and they'll start bringing those out. But as good as Shadow of the Colossus looks, then nobody, I don't think, will really complain too much. Also, I think that the drop the mic moment for PlayStation will be Bloodborne 2. I was hearing about the same thing with the SOCOM Coalition. Don't know if that's true or not. And then, of course, the BioShock Resurgence VR. They'll show Medieval, but I don't think they'll show Medieval on the show. I think that'll be one of those games that they'll show before their E3 conference kicks off. The Resident Evil 2 remake. We'll get spotlight, and then also they'll show, like Bot said, Destiny. They'll show Red Dead Redemption 2. Brag about the content that they have that's going to be exclusive, going to be timed exclusive, which will be huge for Sony. And lastly, I think that they will show another one of those. They'll show another big another title that nobody has been expecting. I think they're just trying to make people bait people to think that they're going to just show 4 games, you know what I'm saying, the 4 big games, but I think that they're going to bring another one. Like, and I don't know if that's going to be like a Papa Rapper or something around that name, or maybe or maybe you know what I'm saying. No, I wish it would be Bloody
Hell yeah, that would get me to buy a PS4.
I would lose my shit. You know what I'm saying? That would be legit, but I don't see that happening. But I think that it'll be not a huge title, but one of those titles that's kind of like in that realm, or it could be GT7. You know what I'm saying? Because they really haven't came out and showed anything, showed any true support for GT Sport. So, but I think that it'll go all ball.
That developer takes so long to do anything, though. Like
they do.
Yeah, I don't see them really doing much.
How can Turn 10 and Playground Games crank out Forzas every other year?
Those guys are fucking skilled, dude. As skilled as people give credit to Naughty Dog and those other and Sony Santa Monica, Turn 10 and Playground are skilled in what they do.
They certainly are.
So I mean, them being able to get those games out and the quality, man. Just
I will say this, just since we're talking about Turn 10 and those guys, I am hearing that the Crew 2 is gonna challenge.
Awesome.
Yeah, I heard it's gonna challenge.
I'm in the beta. Horizon. I'm in the beta. It's awesome.
Have a fun factor.
The first one was such dog shit, and I've heard nothing.
That's not what I'm hearing about this one. I'm hearing this one is
awesome.
fun as fuck.
Yeah, I'm in the beta. Hold on. Emerald 14, shout out to you, good brother, a friend of the show. You said, how is Shadow of the Colossus a bad thing? The remake looked better than anything on the Xbox.
I didn't say that it was a bad thing. I don't know what did I say it was a bad thing. I said unfortunately that probably would mean that PlayStation 5 probably won't be fully backwards compatible. They might back compat PlayStation 4 games, but they won't go all the way back to PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 1.
Okay, well, he said, how does it look better than anything on the Xbox One X? Had period. And if they show Bloodborne 2, game over. And again, Vicious Law, shout out to him. He said a trailer for Horizon Zero Dawn 2. They already got the assets. That's what he's predicting.
That'll probably happen. They'll probably throw a trailer up for that.
Check this out. Shadow of the Colossus. How much system memory did that game have to be developed? Does anybody know? How much system memory? Like when that game first came out, it was on what system?
PS2.
PS2.
All right, so it was like what, maybe 500 megabytes?
500.
Now,
no, not PS2. They ain't 512. They had less shit.
All right, so
PS3 had 512 megabytes.
Check this out. The remaster basically took all like the fundamentals, the gameplay and whatnot, and brought it over to this generation. So all the remaster was the whole graphic thing. So of course it's going to look good on outdated kind of like gameplay mechanics, but everything that was brought up to this generation was graphics. Of course it's going to look good.
I mean, it's a good looking game. It's like there's more important things than just
let me take a drink to that. Hold on. God damn.
Dude, that's common sense, man.
Cool. Not a problem. Paul Lamont, he said, I think they're going to show a new Spider-Man gameplay and demo release date and 2 crazy prediction exclusive Red Dead Remaster, PS All-Star Racing. I listen, but here's the thing.
Who would care about a Red Dead remaster, though?
I'm saying it's so well on the X. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's not really a remaster. It's.
I know. I'm just saying. It revamped sales. Here's the thing, though. But what the guy is saying that however long it took the game, and I even seen Crap do a video about it as far as the graphics, that it looked better more or less graphically than anything that we gotten this far. More or less.
Yeah, it's just the styles that they did. You know what I mean? It's like the style, and it's like. It really is just kind of beating the dead horse at this point. Like we get it. Microsoft need to step up with their
any developer on the development of that remaster, and they'll tell you exactly why it looks better because they use the old gameplay mechanics, which doesn't take out that much system memory, right?
Yeah.
And then everything that was upgraded was all visuals. Of course, it's gonna look better.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job with that. I mean, their stuff has been really good. You know, it's their art style and stuff like that. Nobody can deny that they've been doing a really good job with that.
Let me put my papers on the table, by the way. I am also the person that said Halo 3 looked like trash in the Master Chief Collection compared to the other ones. All right?
Okay. But when we pay one last bill, my man Yobo1245, this is directed at you, Xbox, fuck nigga. He said, these jokers will give the Xbox E3 a B- grade at the lowest, even if the show was worse than the Titanic. Stop the damage control. All right. Okay. Now I'm saying I don't. Regardless, is no matter how they got to the destination point, whether they use old assets, new assets. What are you saying that it looks better graphically than what we have now? That's all. Regardless of how they got there, they got there.
You got no
well, yeah, like exclusively it looks good, but I mean, I wouldn't say that there's nothing on Xbox One X that looks fucking phenomenal.
Look at that gears, though. Come on.
There's a lot of stuff that looks great. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you can look, there's lots of stuff on there. Forza Horizon, Forza Motorsport 7, Gears of War 4, even Halo 5 looks amazing now on the X. So obviously they need to crank out something new.
Flying Forest for a platformer, dude. Hand-painted graphics.
Obviously they gotta crank out some of the new stuff, man. I think everybody's excited for it.
I think at the end of the day, I'm not saying those games may look bad, but again, you have the world's most powerful console. But again, what on the Xbox One X looks better than Detroit graphically? Nothing.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, come on, crap! I would hate to question your integrity.
No, I mean, look, I love Detroit, man. I think it's a great game.
I just who likes it. I'm talking about. We just talking about graphics. I don't
think
around with game developers.
I don't even think that game looks better than than God of War or.
Okay, what on the X looks better than God of War graphically then?
I don't know. I mean, that's a newer game, so Microsoft doesn't really have anything new out that's really going to challenge that right now.
I said on the X, and even comparing it to base hardware PS3. It looks better than anything graphically exclusive wise on the X.
Exclusive wise, I mean, yeah, Microsoft needs to come out with something that's really taking advantage of what it's doing.
Okay. The two best looking games on the X that are exclusive is Forza and
3 and Gears.
Yeah, those are the best looking games.
Yeah,
yeah, and the thing is, a game from 2016, obviously developed for the base Xbox One, isn't really going to be much of a challenge for a game to come out in 2018. It started developing also partially for the PS4 Pro. So, you know, we got to wait and see what Microsoft has. It's going to be developed on specifically for the X.
Have any of you guys got any more like concrete information on where Horizon 4 is actually going to be?
No, somewhere in Japan or something like that. I don't know, or possibly UK.
I heard something like Scandinavia, and I'm like, Toronto,
Afghanistan.
Good, yo.
I heard you.
Afghanistan.
I'm sorry. Did you do your Sony's or did Mega did his Sony? Did you do your Sony or did you do something?
I did mine already.
When it comes to Sony, I heard what everybody said. The only thing I can say what I'm hyped to see, man. I want to see that Spider-Man because I feel like they're gonna go off the original story and they're gonna show kind of like the side quests that'll bring you to different villains within that universe. I'm excited to see that, and Destiny 2, man. I'm excited for year 2. They got a lot more content coming, and I know it's going to be on Sony's stage that I'm going to be able to see what is actually coming with that game. That's pretty much it, man.
Unless it's exclusive.
What, like one gun and like one strike? Oh my!
Yeah, aren't the strikes like exclusive and stuff?
They said something about one strike, but I got to play in a Nightfall going against Nocris, and people were telling me that was exclusive to Sony, but I played it on Xbox. So I don't know what's going on with that. All I know is there's a lot of content, there's a lot of stuff that they're fixing in the game, and I need to see exactly what they're doing. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Tim Dog jumped in.
Tim Dog. Okay. Hold on. You said I'm gonna talk about shout out to the RCS. The 20th for the $2 check. Said check the PlayStation blog. I'm gonna talk about that also. Thank you for the $2 tip. Tim,
what's up, my man?
What's going on?
What's up, man, fella?
What's going on, good brother? We're talking about Sony's E3 predictions. Do you have any predictions?
Tim, he missed Xboxes, man.
Yeah, Games as a service prediction, right, Tim?
Yeah, booty, install that confidence, man.
Booty.
Sony, I think you're gonna get just a deep dive on the 4 big games. The 3 games they're gonna announce, probably maybe a VR game, maybe couple of indie. No, I don't think they're gonna have a big surprise. Maybe Devil May Cry 5, but I heard that's now considered multiplat. Did you guys hear that? Or
multiplat.
What's multiplat?
Because the original rumor was Devil May Cry 5 was exclusive.
Yeah, now it's been officially listed or like leaked listed as coming to Xbox as well.
Yeah, so that probably means that's not going to happen. I expect just a deep dive, but I do feel like everyone's just going to go gaga over The Last of Us 2, so they kind of can do that. You know, they're gonna, you know, they're just gonna feed off of the gameplay of the AAAs that they have announced, and they'll have little announcements here and there. I think all the surprises though will come on the Microsoft sides.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, okay. Well, once you said on the Microsoft side, while you're talking about Microsoft, while you're here before you bought out anything, what are your predictions about Microsoft E3?
My predictions on I think it was funny because me and Crap were talking about it yesterday. Just about the state of affairs. I think that I'm going in with low expectations, to be honest, but
lowered expectations.
I do think that there's some things, something propped up today. I can't really talk about it, but you know, something with Playground, maybe something's going on over there.
Spill the beans.
No, I just heard something that Playground, Microsoft might be making a play for Playground. But you know, it's something that's, you know, just in the, you know, it's just like I told Chris, it's nothing, it's not sourced, it's just something
out there.
Link it in, and yeah, it's just something you might hear in the next couple of days, or you know, I think that they're going to come with I think they're going to close the show with Cyberpunk 2017 or 2077, which I'm not a fan of. But if they don't do that, I think they're going to show Gears, the Gears spin-off game, and I do think they might show Gears 5. At least I'm hoping they do. I think Crackdown will be there. I think it's very much up in the air, to be honest, and I do think it's one of those things where the show might not be finalized just yet. Like something like
it's super late. Yeah, they're finalizing it super late. It's kind of interesting how they usually do this a week ahead of time,
right?
And now it's like
ahead of time.
Yeah, and now it's like they don't know. And as you know, Tim, I told Phil, I was like, Phil, if you show Cyberpunk 2077 last, I'm gonna boo you. I'm gonna boo this man. That's what I'm gonna do, because
I agree. I think that
with something first party, something that knocks people's socks off, something that goes, wow, you know.
Yeah, I think they need. I think the onus is on them, and I do think that they have to speak to the hardcore right now, because the hardcore is like really, you know, really kind of you know, dwindling, and we're at a spot where, like, with that interview with Rudy yesterday, I don't know if you guys talked about it.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
But you know, that's kind of like, you know, you don't want to be hearing that stuff. If you're not going to make single players, just come out and say single players. We're not doing it, and then at least there's transparency. But the reason why they probably wouldn't do that is because they know people want transparent. They know people want single player big games. Like, it's like, would you rather have PUBG, or would you rather have a game like God of War 4?
God of War 4.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think everyone here.
Well, what would you have said last year at this time?
God of War 4. I mean, because I just think PUBG is a good game, but it's not something that it's not something to write home about. You know what I mean? Like big games, like a favorite.
Especially with how buggy it is.
That was something. You know, right? But even if it was perfect,
dude, there's something about PUBG that brings people back, like time and time again. You know, if I wasn't so hooked on Destiny 2, I would have PUBG in my rotation a lot more.
I mean, it's a fun game, but
for me, and I can only speak for myself, and I'm having this argument on.
That's what games are supposed to be. They're supposed to be fun. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, they are. But to me, those games like Overwatch and
Overwatch is great, man. Now that it actually has,
I agree that they're good games, but they don't speak to me on a level like a really deep narrative-driven single-player game.
I'm with
like
you.
Halo, like when the first Halo, when he died, and that stuff, like
or Quantum Break. Yeah, I got you. Quantum Break.
Yeah, or whatever. Quantum Break. I felt like it was a great game, but I was upset about.
It had a deep story to it, man.
Quantum Break was awesome.
I just felt like
people are saying they won.
Quantum Break was amazing.
Yeah.
Man.
So, Tim Dog, you agree that you're kind of going into this E3 with lower expectations, right, for Microsoft?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to do what we want. And like I told Chris, and like, you know, I do think that they have games in development, but you know, you know, Chris was like, "What do you mean? Just say the game. Show a cardboard box."
Yeah.
And I agree. And I agree. But I don't think that they're going to do that. Like I've said to Crap and people, like, they care more about you know, their plans and, you know, the Roblox more than the hardcore. Like, I don't think that they care what the hardcore thinks.
Yeah.
They don't care what
They already got our
vocal
money.
minority saying either. But I do think that those are misses on their thing. They should care more because it does matter.
So let me ask the panel a question, because the theme of our predictions, at least for Microsoft's side, is we're going to go in there with lower expectations, except for K Mega. He has a wish list over there. So how is that okay with you guys? Are you okay with going there
I'm
with
going with low expectations for Sony too.
How?
Because we already know what they're going to show.
games.
It's the same stuff we've seen. We've been hearing about for years now. It's like I get it.
You're not excited to see their new IP?
No.
I want to see most of Tsushima. I want to see Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're not going
Last of Us. I want to see. I want to see.
I've seen Spider-Man for 2-3 years now. I'm good.
All right, but here's the thing, though.
There's only been one gameplay reveal, though.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, but I'm good with that. You know what I mean? Like, it's same thing with Xbox. I don't particularly want to see Crackdown 3 again. But they're gonna show it.
Here's the thing, though. Honestly, right? Here's the saying: we got to get the bacon's knife, cut the bullshit out. What they've been showing to reveal is much better than anything we've gotten in the last few years. What we were expecting. That's and this is no spin and not being biased.
That's an opinion.
Well, okay, but men lie. Numbers don't lie. 5 million in 28 days don't lie, right?
Well, hold on. PUBG sold over 5 million in
PUBG?
like, what, a couple months. Like,
I said 5 million in 28 days.
yeah, I got you, and that's also an established franchise.
Okay.
That people have been,
You're bragging about a multi-plat, and we're talking about
years.
We talk about a multi-plat compared to an
I'm
exclusive.
talking about a brand new IP made by a very small developer. So yeah,
A multi-plat compared to an exclusive. Good job. I'll be bragging about a game that's coming to the PS4 this year, somewhere down the line. But cool, no problem.
that's a rumor.
Now, what it's not exclusive to the Xbox.
No, but you said this year. That's the rumor part.
Okay, whatever. When it's coming, right? If it comes this year or next leap year, it's coming, right? So anyway, so I'm saying, so at the end of the day, what they've been showing or whatever, what was rumored to be. So like I said, here's my thing for Sony, right? This is what I'm talking about, just consistently putting their foot on the back of Microsoft's goddamn neck, right? We talking about $1 trillion goddamn company. Now this week alone, they're starting their E3 countdown this Wednesday, showing 4 brand new goddamn games.
Oh, they're showing
but those games are not going to be big. Those I
don't know. Our games haven't been big though.
Those games are going to be bullshit games.
What big games do we have?
Yeah, that's the only guy.
They're not going to. I tell you, those games will not be on the level of a State of Decay 2. I doubt it. I think
level was come on 10. That was dog. I mean,
no. State of Decay 2 is a good game. The problem is that you guys go into thinking State of Decay 2 is going to compete with God of War and all its eye candy, but you got to look at State of Decay as a whole. State of Decay as a whole is a very complex, fun game.
Right.
It doesn't have the graphics that you like, but it's a fun game.
Yeah, it is.
Right, but my point is that you're not going to get that type of level games. These 4 games that Sony are going to get, I do think that they'll just be like, lower tier games. And if they had big games, they would save it.
Okay, here's the thing, real talk, right? Now here's the thing. Now here's the big thing, right? Even though those are lower tier games, right? And Sony, we'll see what Sony's doing, which again is genius. They're getting the smaller shit out the way. So comes E3, they can show the big shit. What Microsoft would do, they would save those 4 little goddamn games and show them on the goddamn E3 tees.
That's true.
That's the big fucking
Microsoft's
difference.
doing a 2-hour conference.
Exactly.
Sony
2
already
hours.
waved the white flag and said, "Hey, we're not showing anything really big that's new." When they put out that press release and said we're going to go do deep dives, that was basically saying, "Hey, don't expect a huge showing."
Yeah, they're telling you to be, to prepare for just kind of a average, nothing special conference. They're telling you ahead of time, don't expect much.
Here's my
Sony extremists don't believe it when Sony comes out and says that stuff.
Let me get my Sony predictions.
They said sparse and
basically Microsoft is just going to do what Sony did earlier in the gen and stretch out the conference and use a lot to fill it out.
No problem. Let me give you my Sony's predictions,
which everyone loved.
First of all, let me shout out to Yobo 1245, which is he is a huge Xbox guy. See, the problem with Microsoft isn't losing money. If they were losing money, we wouldn't have these dog shit exclusive. They're half big. They need to be hungry. True. They made 2.5 million last quarter on a diabetic diet. I've said that numerous times. This year on the Sony stage, what they're going to do, they're going to, of course, showcase Spider-Man, but also upon them showcasing Spider-Man, you're going to see the Spider-Man PS4 Pro bundle right there on the E3 stage. It's going to get fans, non-gamer fans, Marvel fans, everyone got them excited.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to do that.
Well, that already leaked earlier in the year.
They're going to reveal it and show it on the stage. fine. For them, right? Of course, they're going to show the Avengers games, which again is going to probably look amazing. I'm really interested to see what Crystal Dynamics does with that game, Avengers. And most likely also to when they're going to have the marketing rights to it. And when the game comes out, they're going to have a PS4 Pro bundle for that goddamn game also, which is in Virginia. Rumored to Rocksteady is going to showcase their new Superman game on Sony's goddamn stage, which again is going to be huge.
Well, the rumor was that was going to be shown on the Xbox stage, to be honest. But yeah, go ahead.
I've seen what's called all the Rocksteady games shown.
I get that, but they're not going to show that because there's also a rumor that WB Montreal has a Batman Arkham game. And that's going to be on Sony's stage. So I don't see him showing Spider-Man. Marvel.
We're talking about third party, like it only matters on
one side. No. I'm just saying. Well, I'm just saying.
Microsoft's third party is freaking killer.
Here's the difference. Because what I'm saying is huge for them. Because most like when Sony does a third party deal or whatever, they're going to come out with the themed consoles. So I'm talking about the bigger grand scheme of things. You don't think that PS4 Pro, whatever Spider-Man bundle is going to be huge? This is when I do the goddamn God of War bundle. That's what I'm saying. As far as excitement about the hardware. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, if Microsoft was smart, they would, deals and do some theme, Superman things or whatever. That's what I'm saying. Also, too, you're gonna probably see live on Sony stage some exclusive Fortnite goddamn content. I won't be surprised to see exclusive Fortnite goddamn PS4 Pro goddamn bundle. This is Sony. This is what they do, and they are ingenious at doing it. Like I said, Microsoft has been very reactive, not reaction. But anyway, boom. Also, of course, we're gonna see Last of Us 2, more gameplay of that. Bloodborne 2, again, I never played the first one. I'm not really into the Dragon Soul or Demon Soul, games. But again,
you think Bloodborne 2 is really showing? Because
yeah,
supposedly From Software's next game is a multiplat.
Well, it's going to show. And then that's going to be huge for them, for the Sony fans. That's going to go crazy. So right away.
I think if they had Bloodborne 2, that they wouldn't have put out a press release, to be honest. Because that's a big game.
But I'm just saying.
Right, too.
But I'm just saying, could have, would have. I'm just saying, if they show that, they probably going to take the stage and say that PUBG is coming out later this holiday season for them. You know what I mean? We're just going to talk about who's going to win in 3. I just think Sony's going to have a better presentation and a better delivery. You know what I mean? Than what Microsoft. I don't have no faith in the 2-hour guy. You don't just show. And the reason why I say just show doesn't have to be 2 hours long. I go back to E3 2016 when Sony show was like 40 some odd minutes. They just came out, the game was the big goddamn bangers and dropped the mic. That's all Microsoft had. You don't need a long goddamn show. You need a good show with the big goddamn.
Last year, what did you think of that show? What did you think of that show last year, Zaire?
He went crazy for their show last year. He thought it was great.
I'll be honest with you. Microsoft showed about 47 goddamn games, and I don't know what goddamn.
I don't remember any of them.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Sony.
All I remember was we had 6 HDR games to that point, and every game they showed pretty much was HDR and 4K, and I was just like, holy shit.
I mean, we do have audio of Zaire claiming Microsoft won E3 last year.
Go ahead and play that, Chris. Let's see.
I mean, we got to sit through a little bit of music, but
it wasn't until I saw Sony's E3 the following day. I am allowed to change. You know what I mean? I'm not an honest man.
Not until the police started lining your pockets.
Let's see.
The fact of the matter is,
I was excited about the X, ladies and gentlemen.
Then the pony started lining his pockets.
The numbers are in. The numbers are in. The numbers are in. Microsoft won E3.
There you go.
Keep playing games. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Your contract is revoked.
I'm just saying, man.
Dude, not only that, but I have to say, I hosted after Sony show. I hosted the wrap-up show on my channel, and All Day joined us, and that man got 1,500 L's.
He sure did.
Because everybody knew that Sony had a shit conference. They were like looking at the watch the whole time, bolted after 52 minutes. They were done.
Yeah, I remember
people hanging from the ceiling and shit. It was like,
it was bad, man. It was bad.
Oh well, here's the maybe I don't even remember. Maybe I can't recall.
That end trailer though,
That's
showing The Last of Us 2 was awesome. I mean, the Spider-Man trailer was dope too, but the Last of Us trailer was really amazing. I mean, but it's a trailer.
But that was the Paris Games Week show.
That wasn't even at E3. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they killed that shit. But they goddamn like I don't think they released an extended trailer to that. I didn't realize that goddamn trailer was so brutal. They got the old girl tied down, about to cut her arm off.
Yeah. Dope.
That's what I want on my guy. I want something like that on my X, man. God damn, give it to me.
It's coming, bro. It's coming, man.
I wouldn't count. They're not
count on it. If it has 2
no,
years,
like, look, not because I think they're gonna have.
You can cut the hand off in a year after it's released.
I don't think. I think content wise, they're very scared to put stuff on their platform that's controversial. And I guess maybe Tim probably knows. I know I was doing a podcast. Maybe we were live, maybe we were off air. So in case we were off air and talking about, I was talking with somebody in particular who said Microsoft did turn down that damn game where that woman's schizophrenic. What the hell is that name?
Hellblade.
Yeah, they did turn it down until it was real popular, and then they were like, okay.
You know what? They need to stop with that shit because we don't live in a politically correct society anymore. Fucking Trump is the president, for God's sake.
They did the same thing with Heavy Rain, though. They wanted to change the narrative.
No, I agree. I agree. They can't be if they're worrying themselves with those type of stuff. They might as well pack their bags.
You know what?
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? If they're gonna also not be clear on the single player forefront, that's gonna be something where I think it's gonna hurt them again because
big time.
It was are you creating games? Now they are creating games, but they're gonna be creating games that maybe don't speak to what people really want. We want those games where you can chop somebody's head off and it's a real mature type game and it's deep and it's adult. And you know what? The majority of a lot of Xbox fans are older. You know, I don't know why
especially
they go
Xbox
kid
fans.
crowd.
Yeah, PlayStation fans are a lot younger than Xbox fans, and Xbox fans spend, from the statistics that I look at, more money because we're mature and we fucking have jobs.
Hold on.
We spend the most money. Like we supposedly when they did that one of those
surveys.
Meetings, I remember Phil said that
we spend the most money.
Yeah, we do. But that's because we're older. But the thing is that they shouldn't worry about. I understand that you're going to have Roblox and you're going to have some Minecraft type games, but at the end of the day, the mother at the Walmart's going to buy the kid the Switch and Mario. So you gotta, like I do think that there is a disconnect with them in the hardcore. I really do at this point.
Hold on. Once we pay the bills, Emerald 14, shout out to a true friend of the show who's checking for that new game Vampire. And Von Lamont said, we're looking back at the tapes back in 2016. Mooch and Krabs said God of War, Spider-Man was CG trailers, and that was proven false. Fuck niggas. What? Yeah. I think that might have been the greatest E3 of all time. That goddamn E3 2016. Sony did. Hey, y'all, listen, my mouth hit the floor with that one. I ain't gonna lie. I was ecstatic. Like, whoa. And that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you don't have to. And that show again wasn't very long. You know what I mean? They just came out there.
That was a great show, though.
Was that the one with the orchestra? They had the orchestra playing.
Yeah, they nailed it.
Here, check it out. Right, this is what I want, and like I said, what I want doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, he's saying, hey Tim, as being a true Xbox guy, hardcore guy, and again, I understand there are more casuals out there, but I spend more money than they can. They're gonna buy 3 games. I buy every goddamn thing and the multiplats and all of the hardware. So they should be worried about losing me, and what they losing. So this is what I'm saying, right? They don't need a long show. And the problem I always have with Microsoft shows is that they come out on the high, showing whether it's Gears, Halo come off good show.
No pacing.
Yeah, and then it comes the middle and they bring the guy ID at Xbox and they like that. You know, how long have you guys know me? And I'm saying that shit doesn't belong on the stage. And you guys said, well, they're going to get hammered by the media regardless. And Sony came out and did exactly what they should have, done again, because E3, like I said, that's the Michael Bay, the red carpet. Show games that look well. You understand what I'm saying? And that's all that they have to do. And look, even though Microsoft may technically had a better show or show more stuff, they had this sizzle where they could just took the time or whatever and showed us what someone. Because they showed all these games. I can't recall not one of them. You know what I mean? Or show them how they run on the X or whatever the case may be, or side by side of how it looks on the X and how it looks on the S. of the S.
Man, you guys must not have a good memory. I remember seeing that Forza Motorsport 7 trailer, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
The scissor reel. The scissor reel.
I saw Assassin's Creed Origins. I was like, my jaw hit the floor. I saw Metro. I think Metro, and I was
We're
like,
talking about exclusive games. What do you remember?
I remember the last night. I remember a lot of the stuff.
Yeah,
they showed
last
Glory
night,
2.
I can't
Metro.
That game, man.
Metro was like a movie.
I know you don't really like the indies, but I think they should show the indies. Maybe cut it down to 5 to 7 minutes. Show the
indie reels don't matter.
Polished ones, and then have like a sizzle reel at the end of the other indie titles, and then move forward. But they have to show, because this is one of the biggest shows of the year, and they have to get it out there. They have to maybe don't time.
The reason why is because just like everything else that Microsoft does now, like if they don't show them, they get shit on. You know, they'd be like, "Oh, Microsoft abandoning the indies."
Did Sony do it? Did Sony get shit on?
No, because they're Sony.
They're gonna listen.
Yeah, they were all about the indies, and then they
I'm
just.
going to tell you the segments that you guys are not going to like. You're not going to like the indie segment. You're not going to like the Xbox Cloud segment. You're not going to probably like the David Gallagher booty bullshit segment that's going to come out. That's basically going to just be they're going to tell us what they're planning, but they're not going to show us anything. So those are three segments right there that you're talking 40 minutes. So now you're down to an hour and 20 minutes.
It is so funny to see people hating on indies now. Like, it's crazy.
I listen, my stance has never changed. They don't I'm always. I'm not knocking those that like them.
At the beginning of the
saying you have a pre
all those lists, man.
They have a pre.
Said that they were fillers.
Yeah, listen. You have a pre E3 show, and Microsoft has the whole day for them for E3, right? If I'm not mistaken. The Sundays to themselves, they can show some shit after the goddamn show and before the show. But when your actual show, we judge games by what we see. We need some big lights, explosions over the top. That's what gets the crowd and the juices pumping. I mean, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you got to abandon E3 indies or whatever. I'm just saying show this shit that shows well, that shows best on your goddamn hardware.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real here, yo. The last few years, especially this generation, Microsoft has actually had the better showing, like year after year after year. And now all of a sudden, with 2017 and them not having exclusives coming into 2018, people not liking Sea of Thieves or State of Decay, all of a sudden it's like Microsoft didn't have a good show at all this generation. Like I have more trust in them right now because they have had a better show.
Wait, god damn it. Oh, god damn it. You said Microsoft had the best E3 win?
I would go, damn, man, what, past 3-4 years? Definitely.
2016 they didn't have it. 2017 they had it. The year before was kind of a flip up. 2015 was kind of a flip up. There was no definitive year except for 2017, if we're going to be honest. 2017, I give it to them, but the rest of the years, let's just be honest. No.
But even if you give them to 2017, yeah,
2016, Sony, Sony
took
stamp on it.
They put their stamp on it. They put the goddamn boot down.
And they also did. They did also an E3 type show at the
Paris.
Hold on, the last couple of years when it comes to Sony being on stage for only like an hour or like 40-something minutes. And
last year was shit, but
that's all good, right? No problem.
No, last year they were called out for it.
Hold on. You can say that, right? But at least they did multiple shows throughout the year. What did Microsoft do? You guys are bragging about them winning, but what happened at Gamescom?
I'm not bragging about anybody winning.
Look at this bullshit inside Xbox shit.
Hold on. First off, I ain't bragging on anybody winning.
I know, but
I'm saying, in my opinion, I feel like Microsoft is more credible with me at the moment because to me they have had better shows throughout the last few years.
Are you serious?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's all opinion. It's all
2016 was Sony, and I can even show you what they did in 2017. But while they might have won with you, the show was still kind of shitty.
Okay, regardless of the fact,
2017, I can't give to Sony.
You know what I'm saying? And even though if you feel the opinion it was bad, or
Darwin Project,
you know what the truth?
At the end of the day,
hey, Meg, you know what the truth is? Hey, listen, you know what the truth is? Even if Microsoft had a slightly better, because it was their shows to win, they're showing new hardware, right? They didn't do a great job of getting advertising. But you know what? You say that Microsoft's show was a little better than Sony's, fine, right? But throughout the goddamn year, what Sony did I always used to make fun of the Paris games. What the fuck is
Sony
that?
had play. They had the.
They killed
Gamescom.
Yeah, they killed Paris Game Show. They fucking destroyed Gamescom.
Who else is that Paris Game
And
Show?
then what they did with the goddamn.
Who else is that Paris Game Show though? For that
there,
nobody was at Gamescom either. Doesn't matter.
That was a big show for that.
That show was really boring until they showed Quantum Break.
Quantum
When
Break?
they showed the long extension of Quantum Break, that's when it was dope. If it was last year, and then the year before that was
Quantum Break.
Yeah, I'm not Quantum Break. I'm sorry. From
God damn it,
Dreams.
from
From
that
Quantum Dreams.
We saw The Last of Us 2, the extended trailer.
No. Was that last year? I mean,
Yes.
was that last
The
year?
Last of Us 2 was last year.
I thought that was shown at E3.
No, brother, this motherfucker.
No.
God damn it.
Either way, regardless, I don't know. There was the show was
They ended with
that was
Spider-Man
last
that
quarter.
E3.
But yeah, anyway, the year before last for the PSX was the best one that they ever shown. That was a great show. And then they went, and then the year before that was the worst conference that I ever seen for the PSX.
Shenmue with
that was a
Final
horrible
Fantasy
show.
7 as exclusive. I mean, to be honest, the worst show that they've ever had
last year.
Was 2013 when they were pretending that a tech demo was real. They also pretended Kingdom Hearts 3 was exclusive.
Right.
And then you had on Microsoft side, they absolutely obliterated it.
That was
But
2013,
again, yeah, 2013, but that was their worst show. They had the 2015 was I felt Microsoft kind of edged it out. 2016 though, the overall year, that was Sony's shining year. They really
and I remember last year's E3, it was really lackluster for Sony. Apart from Spider-Man,
It was lackluster for both of them.
And
it was lackluster.
more so for Sony. And I remember at the end of that conference, people were like, "Oh, what happened at the end? Did they cut the end out? Like, were they supposed to show something
people
else?
Were expecting
just
them
ended
to
so
do
abruptly."
what they've been doing.
Yeah.
Which
But
was
you
announcing.
you can only show shit 3 or 4 years out for so long before it catches up to you, and it's
But
caught
then,
up.
then we got Ghost of Tsushima that year. Like I said, they had
that was this year.
I'm sorry, this year just started 2018. This was
That
last
was
year.
a Paris Game Show.
Yeah.
Paris Game Show was a strong show, but that's
Yeah, it
basically they did that because of Sony doing Sony again, because that was the same day the X was launching or around the same day.
Yes, sir.
And they basically said, you know what, PSX and all your fans, guess what? You're gonna
That was a smart move.
PSX, by the way, was terrible.
You're gonna watch us on a couch, and we're gonna put the show PSX, and we're gonna do the.
That's what I thought. Yeah, because they were sitting on the couch. Then they just showed a long, they were showing long gameplay of. That's
a bunch of hand jobs.
Yeah, that's what that show I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but they at least did 3 shows compared to Microsoft doing 1 show.
One mediocre.
Well, their one show was a joke. Let's be
I thought we were talking about quality and not quantity, like we said earlier.
Yeah, if we look over on Xbox E3 2017, I'll share my screen. Is there anything you're going to be really proud of? The Xbox One X reveal, Forza 7, what a surprise. Metro Exodus, another multiplayer. Assassin's Creed Origins multiplayer.
Hold on, but why are we discrediting
that was huge.
multiplats if people are
that
talking
was huge here. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Deep Rock Galactic. Nobody remembers that. K2, Buggy Mess, Darwin Project. Who the fuck plays that? Minecraft and 4K. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Legend of Online still not out.
I remember people got
Artful Escape. What the fuck is this?
nothing
the
is
last
really
night.
right now,
Tokama.
Yeah.
The
last
Cuphead
night
was
was
cool again. The Super Lucky's Tale, and then the shitty Crackdown 3 reveal. Ashen, still not out. More ID shit. Life is Strange. Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor. That looked cool, actually. Ori the Blind Wisp.
Dude, these are hits, man. What the fuck are you like?
These are multiplats.
It doesn't matter.
These are all multiplats. Can you make fun of Sony for multiplats?
Basically, what I'm getting from this is
Anthem was pretty huge too.
What I'm getting from this
Anthem
is
was good. I'll give you that.
for years Sony lived off multiplats and indies, and
Yeah, and you made fun of them for
I did. I'm saying I did, but it's okay, but it's not okay for Microsoft to do that.
Exactly. If you made fun of Sony for doing that, then how is it okay for Microsoft?
I'm not saying that it's perfectly okay. I said they had a pretty shitty. I said that they had a lackluster.
shitty
You don't close with the multiplat, but it was better than Sony's last year.
Yeah, it was.
So,
yeah, but barely.
I don't like. It doesn't matter.
Like,
Don't
like,
fucking
if it was a
barely
blowout,
win
why would
something.
it matter? I mean,
Win
it's
something or
all,
lose
yeah, it's
something.
all an opinion
How many
anyway.
points to win by a win to win.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like
I thought it was
not only that, but theirs was just much more exciting because they had the X.
Yeah.
You know, that to me was way more exciting.
Yeah, the X was cool, but ultimately, it's a multi-plat machine.
I mean, hey, and that's fine. When most of us play multiplats most of the time, I get it. You know, like
to be fair, that wasn't the mind. That was not the mindset at the time, though. At that reveal last year, that wasn't the mindset.
Don't bring up an exclusive.
Hey, listen, listen, Detroit he looks better anything on the X. That's all I got to goddamn say. Graphics.
Anything? Even
multiplayer? Come on.
Detroit become
human? Talking about interactive moves.
Yeah, that goddamn.
Bro, I'm playing God of War in the base PS4 and it looks better than most things on my X. Like,
Forza, no, hold on. Forza 7 fucking looks amazing, man.
Thank you. Yeah, Forza.
No,
Forza,
I don't know, like
Halo comes out.
He makes bold.
Looks amazing on the X.
He makes like bold things, like nothing looks like. And I disagree. Like, are you saying exclusive wise or just everything?
Gears 5. Gears 5.
He's talking exclusive.
Well, even with multiplat wise,
I don't think so.
Multiplats.
I think Xbox just needs to show why the X is also the most powerful, and that's what they need to do at E3. They do have to show an exclusive, whether that's Gears 5, because if they show Gears 5, let me tell you something. We could talk about God of War all day, but Gears 5, I'm telling you, is going to take.
Do you think it's going to be Gears 5 or Gears Battle Royale?
Looks one of the best games.
I think they might have both of them. But
do you guys think it's gonna be Gears Battle Royale? That's
I don't think Gears does Battle Royale.
That wouldn't work.
Gears better than Halo. To be real with you.
I don't see how it's popping lock.
I think Gears would be the showcase, and that's why I do think I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. Gears 5, they show it, and they show some.
Well, in the promo, it's just all Gears. You barely see any Halo.
Well, a Halo is being pushed back, but the fact is that if they show Gears 5 and they say 2019, people would be happy because now you could say. When people say God of War exclusive, they say, "Oh, well, look at this thing." If they show gameplay, and believe me, I'm sure that Gears 5 has probably really took a step up in fidelity. Obviously,
I hope so.
Goes on.
Well, I hope so.
To be honest with you, I think all the exclusives that are going to be coming for Microsoft, I think they're all going to showcase the X going forward.
Right.
Well, they have to. They didn't showcase the X really. They showed Forza 7, but they really do need to showcase the X this E3.
With every game that they show, it has to be shown with the X.
It's going to look good, man. Yeah, I'm excited for it, man. I think all eyes on Microsoft more than anybody else, to be honest.
Listen, I'm going in there with low expectations, but believe me, I'll be the first guy to say I was wrong, and I'm happy that they blew me away. But I just don't see that happening in my gut.
Well, it's hard to please everybody, Tim. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You can't please everybody.
They just worry about their goddamn core.
Shouldn't matter at all.
About your
aside from all the exclusive that these platforms are going to be showing, I'm really excited for all the multiplats. We're going to be seeing some awesome games.
Yeah.
Right.
Cyberpunk 2017.
I'm really stoked for that game.
Cyberpunk finally.
Yeah, I want to see what Rockstar is working on. I'm looking at seeing this Marvel game.
I hope there's a Superman game. I hope it's not Batman.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Well, there's supposedly
Rockstar is Superman.
There's supposedly one's Superman, one's a Batman Arkham game or Batman game of some sort. So,
but Rocksteady's doing Superman, so that's gonna be good.
Yeah,
that's gonna be.
Hopefully, you get to play as Clark Kent some or something. I don't know.
There's an Avengers game. Is that really?
But supposedly it's a reboot. It's a reboot.
I hope that's
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
I'm excited to see more about Tomb Raider too. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That's going to look fantastic on the X. I mean, just look at what they did with Rise of the Tomb Raider, and that was just patched later.
And nobody didn't say anything about.
We're going to see some more Anthem for sure.
Combat that's been rumored to come out. That's going to be probably one of the biggest showcases graphically because the way that NetherRealm has been pushing out these fighters.
I just hope Anthem isn't like Destiny.
It better not be like Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any details, but I know somebody who's testing the game. And from what I'm hearing, we have something really good to look forward to when it comes.
I hope so, man. BioWare needs a win.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't made a game in a while. BioWare hasn't made a game.
Well, one of their studios made a Mass Effect Andromeda, but of course, everybody crapped on that game. So
I actually liked that game.
I liked it too.
I did too.
I thought it looked pretty good too. I don't understand.
Well, because they had messed up eyeballs, and that's only allowed in stuff like.
But they did fix that though.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
They did fix that though.
Hey, Warner Brothers leaked Hitman 2 ahead of the reveal, though. That's cool.
I thought they closed the studio then.
No, WB owns them now.
They bought their studio. They made
AO or whatever.
Okay. I remember they was. That's what I'm talking about. We did a show on that, and we can close the show with this here. Shout out, we have 500 people here watching on this live. I appreciate it.
500.
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to say this right. And when they was, I think it was either Crystal Dynamics let them go or whatever. Microsoft again should have swooped in there and acquired them guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we kept hearing the checkbook was open. Where the fuck is this?
I think they were looking to acquire stuff that made sense.
Games by services. Those are the games we need.
No. Here's the thing. Actually, that game was a game as a service. Hitman. That was like a episodic thing. So
episodic because they have enough money to. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying. Like I said, if one void again that the Xbox thing is missing are single player story driven goddamn games. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's again when we talk about a company, like go out there.
I'm not sure if that was when before Phil got promoted or not though. So
it doesn't make a difference, man. Who was promoted? Who was the boss?
Well, I mean, they weren't obviously. It's pretty clear they stopped production on shit for a long time. So
I don't know, man. They just need to go in there and start doing these goddamn deals. Start doing these Steam consoles. If Sony got those superhero goddamn deals with those goddamn, with the Spider-Man, Superman, whatever, and they're going to get those things, that's going to be big. I mean, I told you guys before today we're going to win because of Batman, because of Star Wars. Those things are huge. They need to get back to doing that shit right there. I know it got leaked from GameStop that Microsoft and Sony have multiple new SKUs that are coming out. Yeah. So we're going to see, I guess we see the E3 what those about.
And why would Microsoft go and get some of these assets for some of these games like that Star Wars 1313? Everybody was looking forward to that game. Why not go and buy all the assets for it and get some of the developers that were working on that game and reboot it up and start it up again?
Because you can't. It's owned by Disney.
Yeah, they would have to. Yeah, that's why it probably would be. If Cold Tour came out, it probably would be a multi-plat.
Anything that's made, anything that's developed by Activision, EA. Those are multi-plats. Like that's just how it is, they
don't do exclusives anymore.
Yeah, so and even Square is getting out of doing the exclusive stuff. So it's gonna be an interesting show. I think it's gonna be a little up and down, but I'm excited, man.
Oh wait, Megan, you're going right? You're E3
yeah.
When you leaving?
The GRG family is gonna be there, man.
Okay, when you leaving?
For me to gaming. We're gonna be. I'm leaving Saturday morning.
All right, take your insulin with you, good brother. Hey, Tim, when you pulling out, Tim?
On that natural high, baby.
I'm pulling out Saturday.
I always pulling out Saturday.
I'm pulling out Saturday. Gonna be rock and rolling.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna try to catch that E3. I got my pass to EA to the EA
show.
Are you gonna make it there, man?
Well, it's from 2 to 8, and so by the time that I touch down, it'll probably be around 4. And so if I can touch down, get there, you know what I'm saying, take a shower. I'll probably have a couple of hours to get in there. So man, because I really want to get in there and just to see what Anthem looks like. I want to see what Battlefield 5 looks like.
Did you get a press? Are you going to the press conference?
Yeah.
Wait, are you going to the Xbox press conference?
Yeah, I got my pass to that as well.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah. They say they're gonna pull up on an E3 on a mule. God damn it!
regardless of how I pull up, man, I'm gonna be there.
God damn it!
Regardless of how I pull up, I'm gonna be there.
Man, make sure you guys scream loud with those announcements, man. There's gonna be crazy stuff going on, man.
You heard me one year, crap,
dude. I can remember when they did the backwards compatibility thing. You could hear Tim.
I was on the floor. I was I was literally 2 feet from Phil.
Yeah.
When it was the
I will say this though. Next year, God's willing, I think we should all make the.
I'm there next year. I'm there. Next year, I'm there. I promise. God willing, help.
Passes.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's gonna be a good time, guys. All right, man. We should wrap this shit up, man. I want to get
man. Rachel's been off about Rachel's been off for 30 minutes.
Rachel Maddow.
Yeah, it's Rachel Maddow. 30 minutes. Let's get the hell out of here.
All right, you guys gotta leave now so I can talk behind your backs here. How about? Thank you all for rocking out with the show. If you enjoyed the show today, hit the like button. And again, please follow me on my new Twitter account, my only Twitter account. And I will be going live on Twitch in about 30 minutes. I'm going to try to finish up Detroit Become Human. We out of here, man. Thank you.
Hey, man, I can't wait to be in the Sony conference, man, to sit there and light that motherfucker up, man. It's gonna be fun.
Hey, make it be louder than Hip Hop Gamer was.